Flashy news. Only on ParanoidRadio.com, bringing you Flashy Fridays.
Tony boy.
Testicles, 1, 2, testicles. Welcome back, everybody, to Paranoid Radio Podcast. I am your humble host, Trebles Garcia. I want to thank the Lord for allowing me to be here today, and I want to thank every single one of you for allowing me to enter your space. And you know what, everybody? I'm fucking exhausted. I've been recording so much this fucking week, trying to juggle work and my two daughters and my wife and friends and networking. It's taking a toll on me. But what's not taking a toll is all the fucking progress we've been doing this fucking week. You know what? Allow me to please jump in from the deep end of the pool and set the fucking mood. Striking with the iron is hot. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me today in the ones and twos is my co-host, my deep state correspondent, my fucking freedom fighting patriot from the East Coast, Flashy_News1. What's up, Flash?
What's up, everybody? How we all doing, man? Excited to get into it. Got a lot to talk about. Let's get it.
Dude, it's nice to see you again, dude. And I know we have a lot to conversate on, bro. You haven't been here. We actually skipped one of your 7-minute rants, and people were hitting me up like, what happened to the Flash episode? I was like, hey, dog, you had to take a little break. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, got the in-laws in town. I was doing the things. But, man, saved it all up for today, baby.
That's right. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to check them out on Flashy_News1 on Instagram, Flashy_News1, and make sure you check us out at ParanoidRadio.com. Now, Flash.
I'm 10 followers away from 20,000. Let's go.
The more people we share that shares this stuff, shares the trailers on this, and shares his website, his page, his Truther page, would really appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get my notes out here. I was not prepared for this. What the fuck is happening to the Great Empire State, bro? New York is going red? Hold the fuck up.
Oh, man. Listen, I said like a year ago that New York has the opportunity to go red. And so I mean, for specifically why I say this is because Donald Trump had his court case in New York City the other day, the ridiculous court case we went into at the last episode with the ridiculous judge, Juan Merchant, his daughter making all that money, whatever, right? So the judge wants him in court every court date. He cannot miss one court date, the judge said. So how is Trump supposed to campaign? How is he supposed to be out on the road? So he said, you know what? All right, no problem. He went to his little court date. And then after, he took a trip down to the bodega in Harlem. He went to the bodega where that guy Alba killed that guy that was trying to rob the store, the bodega. This is like almost a year ago now. It was that little Dominican older man. He was protecting himself. He stabbed the guy, killed him. Then New York arrested him, charged him with murder, and then the whole city went nuts, and then they finally let him out. It was obviously self-defense. He was just protecting his bodega, right? So of course, Trump is just a fucking genius, man. So he went to that bodega specifically to go see this gentleman and really to highlight the two-tier justice system, right? He's in court. This guy was, arrested for murder when he was just protecting himself. Meanwhile, you got people running around, killing people, doing all this shit. So he's just really, he understands the landscape of what's really going on, and he knows how to take advantage of a situation. So he said, all right, you don't want me to, I can't campaign. I'm going to turn this into a campaign. So he went, didn't have any warnings. He just went there. I guess people found out about it. Bro, there were thousands of people in the streets chanting 4 more years, Trump, 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 in fucking Harlem. In Harlem, bro. I used to live in the city. Harlem is not a bastion of conservatism, or you wouldn't even think it would be a Trump county or Trump place. But this is the policy. This is the backlash that we've all been talking about. This is the backlash that I said has been coming. It's here now. And so, there were little brown and black kids running around screaming, Trump, we love you, 4 more years, USA, singing the Star Spangled Banner. Bro, this is in Harlem. Dog, Joe Biden couldn't even do this. And he could go, Joe Biden can go to the most Democratic area. He still wouldn't have people show up that way. These people were just on the street, just wanted to touch Trump, just wanted to be near him, just wanted to talk to him. And he gave an interview. He gave a little 5-minute interview. And he said, listen, he was like, I love this city. Trump is New York. Trump has built, skylines. He has helped that city through 9/11. He sent his people down there to help. All of the stuff that he's put this time and energy into New York to build it up and to hire thousands of people, really did the right thing. And so Trump has a name there. You know what I mean? The Trump name is legacy in New York City. So, I think now people are really starting to see all of the things he said are coming true. He told you what was going to happen if Joe Biden became president, that he was going to open the border and allow all of these illegal immigrants, that were going to take all of your social services away from you, that were going to pack the educational system, the hospitals. All of this shit is happening now. So now
Yeah.
this is Trump's way of really putting a finger to the people that are trying to throw him in jail. Like, listen, I got the people behind me. And this is exactly what Andrew Jackson did back in, I think it was 1864. He was a president. He won, right? It was out of nowhere. And Andrew Jackson was against the Federal Reserve. He was against the deep state. He was pretty much the exact same rhetoric that Trump uses, right? Then his second term, he got an election from him. Right. And then he spent those next 4 years going around the country to all these little places. And then he got the people behind him. And then when he ran again the third time, he won like 49 states. So this is history repeating itself right now. We are seeing it. This is why Trump doesn't care about the news or all of these laws. He wants the people on his side, and he's got them. New York is going red. You heard it here first. Let's go.
Bro, the idea of America first is not only on a global stage, on a global scale. It's not just putting the American people first in the economy and making sure that more jobs are here and everything is becoming Americanized and more American products are sold and less tariffs for us when we export shit. No, it's also in the pocket of the poor, the people that have been living on the welfare state. Those are the people that are being directly affected right now because of the immigration crisis, bro. And these are the people that are coming out to see him. And he's stepping on the same floor that they step on every single day, bro. The floors that they've slept on, if anything, bro. And he shares that moment with them, and it resonates with people. And quite frankly, you can't fucking lie. It's out now, and it's on the mainstream media. This is public knowledge, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
Yep. And this is it, bro. This is the support of the people behind Donald Trump. Right. So this is why his poll numbers keep going up. And now the minority community is identifying with Trump because they feel that the justice system was weaponized against them. Right. Joe Biden's 1994 crime bill that put black and brown people in jail for 20 years for having a gram of crack. Right. So this is all this coming back now. Right. So this is why he's the man of the people. And people don't forget that 8 million people came off of welfare during Trump's presidency because he grew the lower half of the economy. Right. And the wealth gap actually shrunk for the first time ever. This is the things people don't talk about. Right. The unlimited funding to historically black colleges. Right. He put that into law because really how it was every 2 years, the colleges would have to come back and ask for more money. No, Trump said, fuck that. We're giving you whatever you want. Boom, you got it. Boom. Then he did criminal justice reform. That was actually a pretty liberal thing that he did, right? Giving people a second chance that were thrown in jail because of Joe Biden's crack bill, right? He let 30,000 people got out of jail early. Now, was that the greatest thing? I don't know, maybe not. A lot of these people probably came out and then, reoffended, but at least they got a chance, right? He's trying, right? He's doing all these things that people don't even know about. And people say, oh, he's just like every other. No, if that was true, he wouldn't have closed the border. He wouldn't have cut taxes for everybody. People say, oh, he cut taxes for the rich. No. For everybody. I got a tax cut. You got a tax cut. And when people are making more money, the trickle-down economy actually does work. This is why capitalism has brought more people out of poverty than any other system known to man, any other government system. Now, is it perfect? Of course not. But that's because we have crony capitalism and we have people taking advantage of the system and the government handshaking with big corporations and fucking the little guy. Okay, but that doesn't mean capitalism is the problem. See, they have to justify that. They have to convince us that capitalism is the problem so that they can justify their communist revolution. That's what it is. The same way they had to convince us that Trump was a Russian spy to justify their treason. This is what it is. They have everything riding on the public opinion of Donald Trump. Because if people start, which they are, they're slowly figuring out the game. If people figure it out quick enough before November, that's it. The game's up. And so now when he gets power, he's going to have that mandate from the people to clean house. Because if they're still supporting him now and he's got 91 charges on him, nothing's going to stop. There's nothing you can do to this man besides kill him to stop him. So this is where we're at, bro. New York, red.
And to emphasize on what you just said, with an even bigger fucking bomb, we spoke about this man, not Trump, the next topic, about this man very highly. And we've had a couple of episodes where you had amazing rants about this dude. But now you're telling me he failed. MAGA Mike failed?
Mike.
Get the fuck out, dog. Wait, bro.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh shit! All right, bring it to me, bro.
To be fair, he's in a much different position than any other speaker has been. We have a
Okay.
one seat majority in the House, right? Unheard of, the smallest majority ever in the history of Congress. And he's in a position, and I look at Mike Johnson. He is a good man. He's a good Christian man. Everyone says, "Oh, he sold out." He's they got dirt on him. I don't think it's that deep. I think he's just naive. I think because what happened was he was so against the Ukraine funding. He was all on our side, right? He's a big MAGA guy, big Trump guy. But now that he's speaker, he's getting these classified briefings from the FBI, the CIA, and the DOD, right? Briefings
Uh-huh.
that other members of Congress don't get. So
Uh-huh.
what they do though is they get you in the room, right? And these people from the FBI see it. They scare the shit out of you as a speaker so that you'll pass the bills that they want, right? They'll show you a little intel. Look, oh, Russia's about to do this, or oh, if we don't pass this bill, the FISA spying bill, we're not going to be able to see where our enemies are. Like, so they start filling you with all this fear, right? So so you go past the bill. So I think it's just honestly, he's just believing the bullshit from the intelligence communities. That's really that's what it is, because Trump still has faith in him, and Trump was saying that, he just really can't do much because he doesn't have a majority. But what I don't like that he's doing is he's going against the majority of his own party. So in order to get these bills passed, he needs Democrat help, right? So that means you're doing things that your side doesn't want. If you need help from the Democrats, that means you're not doing something, right? So now he's
Yeah.
passing, he's going to put up the Ukraine bill, he's going to put up fucking more Israel funding, all this shit because the Democrats want it. Now Marjorie Taylor Greene is threatening to get him out of there, just like with Kevin McCarthy. And now, so if that happens, the Democrats are going to save him because he's putting up the Ukraine funding. So, I had high hopes for him. I just wanted him to be a little bit
What
better than
the
Kevin
fuck? He
McCarthy.
got
He's not any
compromised.
better than Kevin McCarthy. He's pretty much the same fucking guy. And, I mean, he hasn't sent any money to Ukraine yet. So, I mean, he has held on that this long. McCarthy would have sent that shit day one. So I got to eat some crow. He ended up not being the guy that I hoped him to be. But then again, we don't really know what's going on behind the scenes,
Mhm.
honestly, what this
Mhm.
guy's being put through. And, even, he called himself a wartime speaker, which is interesting because Trump considers himself a wartime president. And Mike
Mhm.
Johnson went to Mar-a-Lago a couple of days ago and he had a meeting with Donald Trump, which is interesting. Donald Trump is meeting with the Speaker of the House when he's not the president. Weird. And he also just had the president of Poland at his house in Trump
Yeah.
Tower. That's interesting. So he's meeting with world leaders. He's meeting with the people. So now, with the one good thing I like that Mike did is that they're pushing this new SAVE Act. It's called SAFE Act for voting to make sure that you have to be a legal resident and a U.S. citizen in order to
Hmm.
vote. Right
Yep.
now, this is a huge bill because even though it might not pass, what it's going to do is going to force a vote and show that the Democrats don't care if you're actually a citizen to vote or not, and it's going to
Bam.
put them on blast. And you put that
More
with the open
exposure.
border, and the
Hmm.
whole thing makes sense now, right? Because this
Yeah.
whole argument that, oh, we need, so the whole argument is that they need a bill to close the border, that we had to, and then there was a bill coming out of the Senate that we killed it because remember, it was just a ridiculous bill. It was bipartisan supposedly, but it would still allow 5,000 people a day into our country and pretty much codified into law the invasion. Right, that's what this bill did. So the bill got killed. So now they're using this as an excuse. Oh, the Republicans want the border open. We had a bill. It was ready to go. That's the psyop, right? That's so now they're going to try to use that to try to see it like it's the Republicans' fault. When in reality, the border's been open for 3 years. You didn't say shit about it. You denied there was even a crisis. All of a sudden, now in an election year, you want to say that you want to close the border when you could just use his pen. Biden could use his pen just like Trump did. So we're gonna see, man. I
Do you
wish Mike was better. It's
was the Trump meeting with Mike before he took that? He took he started doing the shady shit.
No, it was after Marjorie Taylor Greene, said that she was gonna, throw him out of there, and Trump said that he still supported him only because what is our other option? See, now if we remove Mike Johnson, we're gonna get Hakeem Jeffries, who is the leader of the Democrat Party. That's who's going to be the next speaker. So
And that's
that's
even
why we're in
worse.
a conundrum because we only have one seat majority, and there's still like 5 or 6 moderate Republicans who are fucking rhinos who would sell us out in a heartbeat. So
Mm.
that's kind of where Trump is at. He's looking at more of a strategic thing. Like if we get rid of Mike, where are we going to be?
Yeah.
We're not going to be in a better place, right? So
Strategic
the
tool,
best thing
yeah.
we can do is just keep putting pressure on Mike Johnson, and hopefully he does the right thing. It's really where we're at. It sucks.
You know what, bro? We got to keep our eyes on Mike. I think this is planned. I think that he has to play ball somehow, some way. But I'm not very fucking knowledgeable in politics, and I'm not sure where his heart at. So I don't trust the man. But let's pray for his soul and let's for his guidance. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is the name of this fucking episode, bro. Israel 2.0. We bringing this shit fucking hard. One of the most underrated topics and underrated speakers here today. Flash, let me know what the fuck is happening. Not just with Israel and the war. You said you wanted to talk about the politics and the middle ground of Israel. What's popping, bro?
Because listen, so right now we're people are being forced to pick a side, and they're both radical sides, right? Because if you stand with Israel, you're essentially saying that you stand with what they're doing and how they're doing it in Gaza and killing innocent lives, right? If you stand with Palestine, you're anti-American, you hate America, that's it. But in the middle, there's a lot of places to live in the middle there. Right. And that's they don't want you to live in the middle because that's where the common sense lies, right? They want you to pick a side. That is the psyop. Pick Israel, pick Palestine, and it cuts us right down the middle. Even conservatives are being split. MAGA is being split on this subject, right? And that's really the side because they're obviously there's no good guy here. You know what I mean? Like that's why I've always said stand with the innocent people that are dying in the middle, right? Because I know there's plenty of good Jewish people. I know some. There's plenty of good Muslim people. I know some, right? So so now people are saying, oh my God, Trump's a Zionist. Oh my God. Trump is a strategist more than a Zionist. Do you expect him to come out and support Iran? Do you expect him to come out and support the jihadists that are screaming death to America? Of course not. So what we have to realize is politically, right? And in times of war, Israel is our ally. That's just what it is. We don't have to like it. That's just we have a defense treaty. We have treaties signed that are into law, right? So we can't just be like, oh, fuck Israel, whatever. We can eventually, right? But Trump understands something that not everybody is at the same level of knowledge, right? So people just look at Israel for what it is, the biblical Israel that we have to protect it.
Yeah, a very emotional. Yeah, very emotional take on it.
And that's fine. But people have to realize that Israel has been taken over by dark forces for a very long time. Right, the whole existence of Israel was started by the Rothschilds. It's all based on lies, essentially, right? And that they have used their position in the Middle East as a democracy to really drag America into endless wars, right? 9/11 in the Middle East, doing their dirty work for them, essentially.
Yeah.
Right. But now on the other hand, you have Iran and that whole, the Houthis and the terrorists that would love nothing more than to kill all of us right now today. If they had the opportunity, they would send bombs over here too. Right. I don't see that many Israeli people running around trying to kill American soldiers. I'm just saying, right? In a time of war, this is where we're at. Right. So we can't. And Trump understands what is he going to give the whole history of Israel in an interview? You know what I mean? Like he can't do that. But what he does do is he gives little secrets away. Right. He gave an interview a while back. It was on my story with Marina Bartoloma on Fox News. And he said that how he gave away the whole secret of how war really works. Right. So after he killed Soleimani, Trump killed that big guy, right? That was
the general.
Yeah, that was responsible for many Americans' death. He like pretty much invented the roadside bomb, all this shit, right? So when he killed him, Iran called him like the next day and was like, listen, whatever, we're gonna have to hit you back. But just so you know, this is where we're gonna hit. Get your people out of there because we don't want to kill anybody. Right? It's all about optics and propaganda for their own people. So by Trump saying that, that's exactly what happened with Israel a couple days ago when Iran sent over the drones. They didn't hit anything. They were attacking empty military installations.
Yeah. Okay.
I
think a child got hit by a fucking debris.
World War III is starting. It's not starting. It's not at all. If they would actually try to kill some people, right? And then Israel bombed the consulate, right, in Syria, but they killed 3 generals. They didn't kill like generals that have killed Americans. Like, I know people are like, oh, that's so fucked up. Like, whose side are you on here?
Yeah.
Right? So unfortunately, standing with America means standing against Iran, not necessarily with Israel, but against the people that want death to the West and death to America. And if we're not careful, we're going to find ourselves on the same side of the screaming blue-haired liberals. That's just where we're at right now. So it's a really touchy subject. It's a really touchy subject, and I understand the hate to Israel. I understand all of that. But listen, if this world war is about to pop off, we're going to need all the allies we can get, right? Because Iran's going to go with China, Russia's going to go with China. That's just good. That's where we're at. This is the proxy
tied.
War.
Yep.
This is what's going on right now. You know what I mean? So that's why I always say I look at Trump more of a strategist than a Zionist. Right, we can't expect everybody to know what's really going on. But what Trump does, so then not only that, so he gave away that little secret, right, about how Iran does that. They called him and said, but then he said, Bibi Netanyahu in Israel, they backed out the very last second, right before he was about to kill Soleimani. He was working with Israel because of the intelligence. That's their area over there. Israel said, you know what? Actually, we don't want anything to do with this. We're going to back out. That's interesting, right? So why would he even say that, right? And he's been very, very critical of Bibi Netanyahu and things like that. But he also has to be the counter programming to Joe Biden, because now Joe Biden all of a sudden is anti-Israel, he's pro-Palestine, all that. So what is Trump going to agree with? You know what I mean? Like, so
wait. Joe Biden is anti-Israel now?
yeah, I mean, yeah, well, he's being very critical because of his voter base is anti-America, anti-Israel, pro-Palestine. So this is how much public opinion can actually change a politician's position, right? Because he was all about it first, and then now see all these people all these protests that are going on, they're fucking scaring Joe Biden. Right, because Michigan is filled with Muslims. He's going to lose Michigan because of this. So he's looking at it as a political. So he's looking at this politically, and so is Trump, right? He's going to be the counter programming, right? So it's just a really hard subject, and I've avoided really talking about it because I don't want to offend people, but we have to talk about the hard things, right? We just really do, and we have to really get to what really matters here. Israel, we are exposing it every day just with information. Like they are losing public relations information war. They really are.
Word.
But that's also, there's a lot of Hamas propaganda. People keep saying, 30,000 people have died. Where are those numbers coming from? They're coming from Hamas, who runs the healthcare system there. So we have no idea how many fucking people actually died. I'm not defending Israel in any way, but we can't take those numbers at face value. And it's interesting too, because about 20 years ago in the Iraq war, when the Iraqis were saying, we killed this many people, the news would be like, well, it's coming from a terrorist organization, so let's not believe it right away. But now it's like,
no,
those
you
are the
can't
numbers.
pick and choose. Yep. You
know what I mean? Like, come on, like we're better than that. Like, you know what I mean?
Under the same scope.
So many psyops being run, and it's really just to divide our movement, because we were actually coming together on a lot of things right before that October 7th attack. People were agreeing on the border, all this stuff, and now we're splitting it.
It's the same thing that's happening between Joe Biden's base. It's happening already in the conservatives. There's a lot of people that I know that are all MAGA, that are all Donald Trump, but they are hardcore Israeli supporters, and some other ones that are hardcore. Oh no, the Israelis are falling. So they're really dividing us, and then that becomes the center focus of everything. You don't want to talk about it, and if you do, you get offended. And even though you're a conservative, you start applying that same mentality on that belief. And what you said earlier, and this really resonated. I couldn't reply to you correctly, but you said something through a voice memo. You said sometimes what we're doing is finding conspiracy theories and other little things and connecting dots like a spider web so that we could emphasize our biased look upon other things. And you could challenge people's realities with a combination, a cohesive of a network of shit that you just made up, or things that other people are just telling you. So sometimes not even public knowledge. You have to really dig into Google to find stupid shit from unreliable resources. So bro, I hear you. I hear you loud and clear.
So true. And I think because so many of our conspiracy theories are now just facts, like they're just talked about openly, like weather modification.
I admit that though. We have to admit that, bro. The conspiracy theory game, bro. We're running out of conspiracy theories, bro, because they're all
what it is. Right, like the game is running dry, right? So I think what a lot of people do is that their whole existence is based on conspiracies, right, and the histories and all this stuff. Is that when they run out of it, they got to invent new ones just to stay relevant and to get the clicks and to get the followings, right? So I see a lot of that going on our side. A lot of these conspiracies about Trump, and all of a sudden, like it's like, bro, you got to really stretch it, stretch it to get that narrative to be locked in. And people are doing it. I see it every day, because they have that confirmation bias. And it's also because they want to stay relevant. They want to be the next person to come out with the next new thing, right? I mean, I suffer from that too. I do it all the time. But I think it's more important now in the war that we're in, the information war that we're in, to really tighten it up and really focus on the things that matter, the policy positions, the things that can actually change, right? The things that we can actually change. We can't change the fact that the Rothschilds started Israel, that they started the central bank, that they fucking took over the educational system. Like, it's good to know, but there's nothing we can really do about that right now. Now, what we can do is highlight the corruption inside of our government, right? Because that public opinion is shifting hard. Right, the revolution won't be televised. Just because they won't tell us on the TV that people are waking up and shit is going bonkers, that doesn't mean it's not happening. We could just look at the fact that nobody's watching the mainstream media anymore. That was really their number one tool of just psyops, right? Of constant barrages of bullshit and fear porn. People aren't buying it anymore. So now we're at the point now where we're actually making a lot of headway, and I just don't want to see us get caught up in some other shit that really divides the movement for no other reason. Because listen, there's infiltrators in our movement too. You better bet that ass. You know what I mean? There's people that are fake MAGA. There's people that are fake conservatives, that are fake patriots, that'll get you, suck you in, and then all of a sudden start literally changing your little thoughts here and there.
Especially like myself, the newcomers, the people that just joined, the people that have to go against the grain. Quite frankly, there's a saying in Spanish: si el saco te queda, póntelo, which means if the shoe fits, wear it. It's more like a jacket in Spanish, whatever. What I'm trying to say is what you just said even resonates with me. For example, I had Donut. Shout out to Donut last night, and we talked about how he did a conspiracy deep dive on the Donald Trump shoes, right? And he puts in how they're chemically it's a magic ritual that he's doing to stay relevant, bring the souls to the poets, et cetera, et cetera. So he kind of really brought in like a conspiracy theory into it, right? And then like I have to stay relevant with those stories in order to keep pushing the fucking the numbers here, the clicks, like you said, and stay relevant in the fucking podcasting game. But I also have my secret weapon, which is fucking Flash underscore news one, that brings a fucking news flash and all the good shit every single fucking Thursday, bro. I had to flip that one, bro. It's true, bro. It's true. You're absolutely right. I own up to that fucking shit because, quite honestly, if you want to stay relevant, you have to put in the work somehow, some way. And sometimes, bro, if you're not that very educated like myself, or not very well versed in politics like you are, I have to fucking find something else to do to stay relevant, bro. And I said that shit 3 times. Now, to stay relevant, something to stay relevant. Joe Biden wants to stay relevant so fucking hardcore that he wants to come into New York because he saw New York turning red.
Bro, he's coming to my town is small, bro. A couple thousand people. Literally right off the Hudson River. It's a very wealthy little area, right? It's middle class, upper middle class. And he's coming to my town, bro. There's only one Main Street. That's where my deli is. My deli's on Main Street.
He heard about you, dog. He heard about you, dog. He heard about you.
Bro, I'm bugging, bro. So there's a lot of famous people that live here, a lot of celebrities, and Michael Douglas, the actor, his wife Catherine Zeta-Jones, 2 very famous actresses and actors. They live right over here in the park in the mansion. They're holding a fundraiser for Joe Biden, $100,000 a ticket. You get one for $5,000 all the way up to $100,000. And it's a fundraiser, a celebrity fundraiser. So they're all gonna be here, bro. I can't wait I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna be reporting live. I'm gonna be trying to get all the things I can get. But
you going
it's
live?
just interesting.
I gotta watch.
Right? Man, I can't wait. But April 25th, it's a Thursday too. So, and I think this is Joe Biden just seeing the power of Trump, right, going around raising all this money. Now, Joe Biden needs celebrity fundraisers. Donald Trump raised $50 million with nobody. And he beat the record that Joe Biden set a couple days before that. Remember when Trump went to the funeral of the officer?
He almost doubled it.
Right. And then while Trump was at that funeral, Joe Biden was having a fundraiser with Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, Lizzo, fucking Taylor, all these people he needed, and he raised $25 million. And the media went nuts. Oh my God, he broke the record. Yeah, Trump got up there. Trump showed up with just his fucking damn self, right? Just his face, raised $50 million, bro. Doubled the record that Joe Biden just set. $50 million. Why? Because people are seeing the writing on the wall. People know that nothing can stop this movement now. And the only people that are donating to Joe Biden are the fucking celebrities, are the people that make $100 billion a year, are the Jeff Bezos, are the fucking all these scumbags, right? Bill Gates. Like, bro, the lines have never been clearer, right? And the biggest difference between us and them is that they love our government but hate our country. We hate our government but love our country. The lines have never been clearer. This is what it is now, right? They want to grow the government. All of these jobs that are being added, if you actually look at the numbers, like 70% of them are government jobs. So it's not job growth if the American taxpayer has to pay your fucking salary. Okay, that's how they are juicing the numbers, bro. They are hiring all these DEI, all these far left people in positions of government so that they can go implement the agenda that Joe Biden is doing. And this is how scared they are that Trump is coming back. They're trying to pass laws now that would stop Donald Trump from firing people. That will make it harder for him to fire bureaucrats.
So they're always infiltrated. Yeah. You know what? There's what I see what's happening right now. I just came into my fucking head, bro. Monopoly. Check this out. I found a strategy, man. I used to play a lot of chess and a lot of Monopoly when I was a kid. Monopoly, the game, the little squared game, right? You hit go, you get $200 every single time you hit go. You're aware of it. And you collect. There's the ghetto area, the middle, the upper class, and the
Broadway,
upper class, and then you have the real upper class, the diamond area, right?
Yeah.
If you have the ability, the chance to own the entire ghetto area, You beat the game. You beat everybody. Just owning
With
the
the
ghetto.
hotels.
Donald Trump is owning the fucking ghetto. It's doing it. I connected this to a personal thing because I was like, what the fuck is he doing? He's Monopoly. He's playing Monopoly, dude. He's
exactly, bro.
yeah,
Exactly, bro. And this is the craziest shit is that the Republican Democrat Party is completely flipped. The Republicans used to be the party of the rich people, the country clubs, the billionaire status, all this, the cheap, the tax cuts, and all this shit. It is completely flipped. And the Democrat Party was the party of the minorities, of the working class, of all these people, right? And this is what Donald Trump did. This is why people say he's the same as everybody else. There's no difference. Bro, he completely flipped everything on his head through policy and through speaking the truth. That's it. No matter what shit they threw at this man, he stayed on message. These people are corrupt. I taken advantage of the system because they set the rules. He even admitted it to himself that I don't pay my taxes. I do everything I can not to pay my taxes. Why? They set the rule. They really wanted to change them. They had 50 years to change it. Oh, it's my fault now that I just came into the political sphere. And now it's everything is my fault. No, his his existence has exposed it all. Right. So this is why I say nothing can stop what's coming. It's not a conspiracy theory. We are what can't be stopped. Us, this information that we share every day, the people that are waking up, the great awakening, all of that can't be stopped. And and I'll keep saying it again, is that in order to change it, we have to affect change from inside of it. We can sit outside and judge it all we want, but if we don't participate in the process, it's gonna fucking pass us right by, and it'll be 20 years, and your kids will be on welfare.
Get the fuck out. And that is Flashy_News 1. Ladies and gentlemen, where can they find you, bro?
Damn. Man, I'm 9 followers away from 20,000. I appreciate everybody that comes and shares my shit. I rarely ask people to follow me. I don't think I ever have, or share my stuff, but I would like to get to 20,000. It's been a goal of mine. Really appreciate that, fellas.
Hey guys, get them to fucking 20,000 so that I could get off my shit and I hit 20,000 because I'm eating that ass. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check us out on ParanoidRadio.com and follow Flash at Flash_News1. Drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcast. It allows other people to enjoy the show as much as we enjoy making it. Peace out.
Paranoid Radio.